NFTs. NFT. NFTs. What is an NFT? This video is going to break down everything that you need to know about NFTs, what exactly they are, where to find them, how to buy, how to sell, the whole nine, right? But before we get into all that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on, because this helps the algorithm understand that you like content like this, helps support the channel, helps me know that you guys like content like this, and you know, why not? So let's go ahead and let's get into it, because this is a whole industry in which a lot of people are capitalizing and making a lot of money from NFTs, right? People are buying and selling NFTs from the NBA, literal plays from the NBA for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Whole worlds are being generated digitally and literally being plotted off and sold off for hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. Artists are literally selling their music as NFTs and making a profit off of it. There's a whole lot of things that can be done using NFTs, but let's go ahead and let's get into the basics of what is it. What does NFT stand for? Non-fungible token. Let's break that word down. Non-fungible, right? What does non-fungible mean? So instead of saying non-fungible or fungible, let's throw the word fungible out and replace it with the word replace. See what I did there? Replace. But that's essentially what it means, is replace. Is something replaceable or non-replaceable? So just think about it. This remote is replaceable. I don't really care if I have this exact remote, as long as I have a remote that does what I need it to do, right? Say for instance, let's say like a car, right? You know, obviously everybody has a specific car, but as long as you have something that can get you from point A to point B, that's considered, you know, something that's replaceable. You get in a wreck, you get parts replaced, you have things replaced, right? You know, this jacket is replaceable because I go to the store, there are tons of jackets on the shelf or on the rack, right? All I need is a black, you know, zip up hoodie, right? It's replaceable. Say for example, the dollar bill, right? The dollar bill is considered replaceable because guess what? I can trade $1 for another dollar, right? $1 is going to give me another dollar. One $5 bill is going to give me another $5 bill. Those are replaceable, you know, items. But things like, let's say for instance, the Mona Lisa, it's a one of one. There is no other types of Mona Lisas. You can take a picture of a Mona Lisa, you can, you know, find it on the internet, but that doesn't necessarily mean you own it, right? There's documentation of who exactly owns, you know, the Mona Lisa, and, you know, therefore that makes it non-fungible, non-replaceable. Think of baseball cards or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon cards. You know, growing up as kids, we used to collect those cards if you were cool anyway. If you were cool anyway, right? If you used to collect cards, you know, there was literally limited quantity of certain cards that were one of one. You could only get them in packs, or you can only get them doing, you know, certain things, right? Those are essentially non-fungible, where there's a lot of hype behind them. There's limited quantity. Think of land. Land is another prime example. They're not making any more land, right? And land, digital land, is actually something that's very popular in the NFT space as well, especially in you know, Decentraland, Sandbox, etc., right? So land is a great example because, like I said, they're not making any more land. There's only one type of land. It's unique, right? Think of NFTs as a type of uniqueness. You know, there's only one of one. There's only one type of that certain quantity or item or thing. So just think of that as an NFT. Just think of that in the digital space. That is essentially what NFTs are. Now that we know about what's fungible and what's non-fungible, let's talk about the blockchain. Before we go dive into the blockchain and what exactly it is, let's go ahead and talk about the current system that we use in today's society, right? What do we run on? Banks. Banks are today's middleman that essentially verify transactions when we make them, right? Let's say, for example, I go to the mall, I go purchase a pair of shoes. Let's say, for example, they're $150, right? Take out my credit card, put it in the machine. The machine then, sends something to my bank, says, hey, this guy's trying to, pay for these shoes. See, legit. Bank says, and it's legit, right? Then bank sends that money to, whatever company, the shoes are from. And that's essentially what banks are doing every single day with people, with customers of that said bank, right? But with the blockchain is essentially a way to cut out the middleman in a public manner, right? The blockchain is essentially a public ledger or a public database in which every single transaction in the crypto space is on this public database, on this public ledger. So every single transaction that is placed or made can be seen by everybody, right? So because of this eliminates a lot of things and a lot of errors that banks have. When you're sending money to, let's say, a distant relative from all the way across the country, where sometimes it may take a long time, or maybe the transaction fees may be a lot, or maybe you can only send from one bank to another, or specific banks to another, or maybe, transaction fails, right? All those different things are eliminated in this system, which essentially makes this more efficient. Now let's break down the token aspect of non-fungible token, right? So token, a one-of-one digital copy of something. So let's just say, for instance, like with the NBA Top Shots, them selling literal NBA plays to people on the blockchain, right? So literally somebody bought a play, I believe a play that LeBron James had of him dunking for about $200,000, right? Now that is a one-of-one copy of that particular play. Think of that as like a trading card, right? Just think of it a super rare Pokemon card that you can't get anywhere else. There's only a limited quantity of it. Think of that LeBron James play as the exact same thing, right? That person can either sell it or own it, right? But regardless of what he does, everybody knows that that particular item is his because it is publicly recorded on the blockchain, right? And then let's just say, for example, if he decides to sell it, he can sell it to somebody else for whatever the price he wants. Let's just say 500K, he doubles it, right? That item, that NFT is no longer his anymore, is whoever he sold it to. And it is documented and publicly sought at on the blockchain. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, for people who are actually looking to buy, sell, and create NFTs, right? OpenSea is actually a very great platform to use to do this. It's probably the most popular platform to buy, sell, and create NFTs on. There are other platforms, but for the sake of this video, the OpenSea is the one I'm going to focus on, right? You're actually able to literally connect your wallet. And essentially think of a wallet is, literally what it entails, a wallet. Think of going to the mall and you can actually connect your physical wallet to the store. And instead of going to the checkout line, you can literally pay for it as soon as you put it in your basket, right? Think of that as the same exact thing here. You can literally look at the top, selling items right now on OpenSea. You can literally look at what the top NFTs right now. You guys have probably seen Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, CryptoPunks, right? All these different things right now are going crazy right now. Just look at the volume, 32,000 Ethereum, 31,000 Ethereum, right? So as you guys can tell, there is a lot of money being made with NFTs. And if you are a creator, artist, musician, understand there is a lot of money out there to be made in this space. You know, if you already have previous art that you've created, you can upload that on OpenSea and you have NFTs. If you're a musician, there have already been artists out there, say for example, Tory Lanez, who have made an album as an NFT, and I forgot exactly the number, but he literally made millions of dollars in a matter of minutes, right? Not saying that's gonna exactly happen for you, but what I'm telling you is that's unheard of, especially with the music industry having to, you know, be subject to, you know, third parties, you know, getting pennies on the dollar per stream, right? Imagine being able to collect a royalty, a set of passive income, literally every single time your NFT is sold, right? You're getting that upfront cost when someone buys it, and then every single time the item is resold, you get a percentage of that cut forever, right? That's crazy. That's a lot of money that you can be making from NFTs, right? And literally all you got to do is get started, right? Anybody can do this. If you have an, you know, Creator, Adobe, or whatever kind of app to create this, or if you already have previously made things, there are plenty of different things that you can do to get started in this space. There is no reason why you should not be creating NFTs, especially if you are a creator. But if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely make sure you guys subscribe, turn that post notification bell on to let me know that you guys enjoy content like this, as well as comment below. If you're going to make an NFT, or if you're more interested in getting into this, definitely comment below. Comment what kind of NFTs you're going to make. Make sure you guys as well are doing your research with these projects, because there are a lot of scams out there. There are a lot of fake projects, a lot of, you know, bubbles or things, pump and dumps as they like to call it, that are out there just to take your money, right? And you want to make sure that you're doing the proper research. You want to make sure that you are looking in the right places, and making sure that you are, you know, checking your checklist when you're going through these projects before you make a purchase. I'm probably going to make a separate video to pretty much explain the different things you should be able to look at before going into an NFT project. So definitely, like I said, make sure you guys got the notification bell turned on so you guys can stay up to date on that. But make sure you guys are doing your research before you guys are purchasing these NFT projects, right? But at the end of the day, understand there is a lot of money to be made in this space. There are multiple millionaires being made every single day from this space. So why can't you be one of those people, right? But like I said, if you guys like this content, make sure you guys go ahead and like this video, comment, subscribe, turn the post notification bell on. And I'll see you guys on the next video.